knew one day that that would happen. Hello, it's Kylie, Bertucci, Stamping Up Demonstrator in Australia with you today. I'm going to have to cut out that first section because I didn't unmute myself. Bruno wishes he had a mute button. That would be really handy. He could mute Kylie whenever he wanted. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hello, lovely to see you all here. Sorry about the sound. I put it on silent mode until I came on live, and I knew one day I would forget to turn it back on. So thank you all very much for reminding me to turn on my sound. Hopefully it'll all catch up very soon. Yay, good, here we go. Catching up. That's better. So I was mentioning that we've had a house full of people. We had my sister come and stay last weekend. We caught up with a lot of family and my brother and his fiance came. So we've been cooking, eating, having fun with family, and we've got friends staying at the moment as well. So it's been a very busy week for us. But yeah, we've got the countdown happening for Greece. It's all systems go. Only 3 weeks or 2 weeks maybe before we go. I don't actually want to know because there's so much we need to do before we go. Yes, it's very busy. But hopefully you've had a great week and got to do some crafting. I was very excited to see our brand new goodies arrive. I have a big apology to Bruno. He was very sad that he didn't get to do the unboxing with me. We had a crossed communication because we've got visitors and there's so much happening. I was like, I'm just going to smash it out today. But I don't think he realized I meant the unboxing. So he was very sad that he missed you all. But hopefully we'll get him on here live very soon. Hopefully before we go, he might be able to make a card for us, which would be lovely because we love Bruno's style. Yes, new do. I'm very happy with that. I needed something very easy and simple for Europe because my hair is very unusual overseas. It actually flips. It goes crazy. So I needed something that was going to be okay with going crazy and look fine. And our little fur babies go to Bruno mum and dad's place. That's where they stayed for 6 months when we went to the Philippines. So that's like their second home, which is good. Yeah, he can watch the replay with me. Yes, I really like this. This is much better. It was way too curly the other day. I was like, I don't like it. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you agree. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was a bit too dolled up the other day, which is very not me. I'm not one to doll myself up. Yes. So I wanted to show you a few little things that we did this week. This is what we're going to be doing together today. So stick around. I almost dropped that in my coffee then. So stick around to see how we can make this beautiful background embossing image. And I've decided to use some of the new embossing folders and just give you some tips because there's a situation with the embossing folders that they're a little bit thinner. The new embossing folders that Stampin' Up! Are creating are a little bit thinner than the usual 3D embossing folders that we're used to. So I have tamed your hair from the stylist. Yes, it's so much more me. I like that. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't control this. It was very buffy the other day. Thank you, Lisa. So I wanted to show you how quick and simple you can make a card like this. And it's great because you could easily substitute this embossing folder in the background for some designer series paper. Because we all love designer series paper. It's like the best ever. And yeah, show you how you can have a bit of fun with this one. Yes, it is totally the water. Yeah. And it's even like the change in humidity. Yeah, there's a few factors that create my hair to go crazy. So I needed something that was going to be okay for traveling. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm so happy you're excited to see that. It's so simple. You're going to be like, are you for real? Is that all you did? Now, the other thing with the embossing folders is I decided to add, and I'll bring my little embossing machine over. Now, you can use whatever machine you like, but at the moment, because, and you can see I've just used this literally just now, look at that, because I haven't tidied it. But I don't know if some of you have these, they were like plastic for, I forget what they called them. Maybe someone here can help me. But it was like a way to do embossing with your framelits. And it's not in the new catalogue, but I have found that very handy as like a shim to use for now, because they're not quite thick enough. So I laid out my plastic piece, my 3D embossing folder, and then one of the plastic plates on top. And that seemed to work well because every big shot's going to be different too, apparently. Rubber mat, yep, that would be good. But I forget what they named. It was something like, I'll have to get my old catalogue. It was like embossing mats, something like that. So that's what I am using for the time being. Stampin' Up! Are going to release a little platform to help us in the time being. Yeah, textured mats maybe? Yeah, I've forgotten the name. Yeah, embossing mats, good. Okay, I had it right. So I've just used my embossing mat and it's worked a treat. So that could be an idea in the meantime until, because I think in the US you guys have got the embossing plates, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it, unless I've missed it, but I haven't seen an update here in Australia. But I'll let you know. I'll have a little look around. I was going to look this morning, but I ran out of time. But that has worked perfectly for me. So that is my hot tip for you. If you don't have one of these silicone mats, just have a look around your craft room and see. Oh, you've got the embossing folder plate today. Oh, good. So if you don't have one of these silicone mats, you could easily grab, we've got another silicone mat. It's a little bit thinner, but you could probably use that. What's the other silicone mat that we've got in the catalogue that is awesome for doing the reverse stamping? Like, so clever. I saw that in the catalogue and I was like, wow, that's so clever. Yeah, the silicone craft sheet. Maybe if you had two of them, because it's not quite as thick as this. But yeah, the silicone craft sheet's also going to work too. So yeah, just find something around the place. I'm just making it up. I'm just winging it as I go. I'm like, I just want this to work. It was too thin on its own for me, just having the 3D embossing folder, the normal plate, and the plate on top, clear plate. It just didn't go through. But then when I added the other plate, it was too thick, and you don't want to break your machine, so be really careful. But yeah, this was with the embossing thingamajig. So there you go. That's what I have found useful. So in the time being, I mean, you can totally use shims, and shims are basically using cardstock or something like that to run it through, but apparently they said you can use up to 5, and I'm like, I don't want to be wasting 5 sheets of cardstock every time I emboss. So it's totally up to you what you want to use and what you find is good for you. Yes. Now, I'm going to show you here what I did with this background. So let's do a bit of flipping here so I can show you. Yes, I'll leave it like that. I was like, do I want a background? I don't think we need it for now. So I'll just pop you on there for now. And then I'll do my split screen so that I can say hello there. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to bring up, I'll just do a little bit less of a split screen here because then I can show more of the big shot. Less of Kylie, more of the big shot. And have you noticed how many we have added all of our new stamp sets to the cupboard, and the punches have moved up, which is like craziness. Look at this. The punches are here now. So there's like 60, I think Bruno worked out there's 60 less stamp sets. I was like, what? So I am very surprised by that. So we're going to do a little bit of rejigging of our craft room and my fringe at the same time. Rejig. I'm not used to having a fringe. It's been a very long time since I've had one. I'm like, what is this phenomenon? So, yes, there's a lot less, which means collecting more exciting things like designer series paper, things that we can use lots of times. So this is a very, very simple process here. All you're going to do, and I'm surprised so many were shocked by my embossing, but all I did was just stamp directly onto the embossing folder and then run it through the Big Shot. So I'm going to give you the two options here, and I've used the brand new mosaic tile. And the interesting thing is we have labeled all of our embossing folders this time, which I'm very excited about. Jessie did that for us yesterday, I think, oh no, Wednesday. But you can see here how these two different looks come out. So one is me stamping the top and then embossing. And then the other one is me stamping the bottom section, the one that's raised, and putting that through. How cool is that? So you can get two different looks using the same folder. I did try and do it with the new Magnolia. It was a bit of an epic fail. I'll show you it because you'll have a good laugh. But, you know, this is how you find out if it works or not. So with the Magnolia, you probably would have to do some sponge daubering maybe afterwards. I mean, it's not bad, but it had ink where I didn't want ink to go, like all these edges. Or what you could even do is just come in with a baby wipe afterwards and get rid of the bits that aren't meant to be there. But yeah, you can have a bit of fun with this. Really simple technique, very fun, and it's great for creating a really awesome background. So I'll just show you here what I did. Let's do, I think I'll do the top side. I'll just wipe it down though. I'm going to use my baby wipes and wipe that down because it's water-based, so it's really not that difficult to take off the ink. And if you really weren't getting it off, but look at that, it's been sitting there for a bit and it just comes right off. You just give it a good wipe. You could probably do the same thing with your chamois. Just get your chamois out, give it a good wipe. And that is literally it. So simple. There we go. So we'll do this top one. I'll do the raised one. Yes. Just make sure it's not too wet. And I just got my ink pad and literally just went for it. Like, literally, there is no rhyme nor reason to what I'm doing. It's just stamping all over the place. And if you wanted to, you could even pick up like little bits with your, and we'll try it now actually because it'll look really cool, where you grab little bits of the ink just to create a little bit of texture, because you know it is like a pathway, and pathways aren't perfectly even in Europe where we're going. So I just grabbed a little bit off, and I'll use this one. I've got some beautiful blushing bride here. I'll just cut it down. Actually, no, this size should be fine. I'll cut it down afterwards. So I just plop that on there. Plop. Close it. Just try and not let it move too much, because then the ink will obviously move around the place. And for now, until I get my embossing plate, that's going to help me with the new 3D folders, I'll just use this silicone sheet. Or you can find something around your place that you can use. And I'll just put that through. There we go. And the silicone sheet did sort of move a bit. Oh, yes, it'll be beautiful with the new Scripty. Totally. The silicone did a little movement, but it's really fine. And it works out great. Okay, we ready? Ready to see the piece of resistance? Ta-da! And see how I've grabbed the little bits of ink. I mean, I can cut this off, so that's all fine. But that's a really cool little easy technique. Simples. Yeah. How good is that? So really, really simple, really easy. And you can do that with any embossing folder and have a lot of fun. I'm like, did I keep my little... I don't think I kept my white. It ended up in the bin. But just give that a good wipe down. And I used the leaves embossing folder on my one, and that gave a different look again. Each folder gives a different look, but it's really simple. So see how it's a little bit red? You could probably come in with your new cleaning, the new cleaning pad, and just sort of go like this and grab some of that red off. See, look at all this. Ah, look how perfect. That just looks so clean now. And then just give it a wipe and everything is happy. It's like we were never here. Does that look good or what? Yes. I'm very happy with that. Oh, it's still a little bit red when I compare it to the others. Still got a little bit of pink. But it's not going to affect the embossing folder. Megan asked a good question. Do you need to spritz? You totally can. If you want a deeper image with your 3D folders, totally you can spritz and it'll give it even more depth. But as you can see with mine, I did not spritz and I'm really happy with that result. I mean, I'm all about keep it easy, keep it simple. If it means like less work, then I'm all up for it. But yeah, it'll probably just give it more of a textured look. But I think this is amazing. Now, the other thing that you can totally do is just use a sponge daubler, and that gives it another look again. So there's a lot of different techniques that you can do with these embossing folders, and then we'll just put it together. Very, very simply, I just use the normal background size, and we'll fold that in half. So depending on where you are in the world, pretty much just cut your paper in half, either lengthways or widthways. I've done mine landscape size. I really like that. Whose disgusting bone folder is this? How does the disgusting one always end up closest to me? I need my nice neat one. I need my clean one to be near me for my videos. And then the other one, I think, let's try this. Ooh. I don't like that was a little bit missing, so I could actually come in with my markers, but yeah, it'll be fine. We'll wing it. Oh, so this cleaning pad, it's very good for your polymer stamps, just to get that red out of it. So it really is just the red that causes issues. Thank you. Like my lipstick. It's like lovely lipstick. So yeah, it just really helps with cleaning. So that's a brand new cleaning pad that's just come out to help with our polymer stamps. But as you can see, I use it for everything. And it's got a little refill as well. So we got the refill, cleaning pad refill. So we're set to go. Actually, I'm going to leave that one because I don't like the top. So I'm going to do this one. I wonder if it will. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. I like that idea, Luann. Let's do a little bit of bone folder work here. Will it bring it out? I doubt it very much because, you know, this is very porous material as opposed to polymer that's just plastic. This is not quite plastic. We won't talk about what it is. No, it looks like it's there for life. It's there to stay forever. I have damaged it. It's not repairable. It does look a little bit, I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but I don't think it's come out. It's all right. We'll just make sure that stays over here. We'll make sure this one stays here. Now, I could do a background on this if I wanted to and cut this down and do a little bit of Whisper White. So I think I will actually, because the layers that I used, I'll show you with my card templates. Do all of you have my card templates? It's very exciting to have these card templates because they help you create quickly and easily. I'll just pop it here in case you haven't seen them. I think I've got... oh yeah, essential oils would probably work. That's true. Oh, there it is. Don't know if that's the right one. But these card templates are going to help you to get the right size in your country. And it's also good for conversion. So if you need to convert something, oh yeah, that's the right one. So I'll just share that one with you. There we go. So what I do is I work out my card base. So whatever country you're in, the card base is going to be the Gorgeous Grape, because it's the same in every color in every country. So it will convert for you if you're using my card templates. And then I'm going to do Whisper White in the Poppy Parade measurement. And then I think I'll do the... let's have a look how close that is. I think I need a little bit more than that. I think I'll do the Flirty Flamingo layer. So I want a little bit of white popping out. Oh, that might be a bit too much. Let's have a look here. I think I need to create some more layers. Let's do, I think we'll do the Mango Melody. Yeah, I think that's better. So I now know exactly what measurements I need because I have the measurements on the back. So depending on what country you're from, the measurements will be there for you to just use straight away. And then no more guessing. You just look at your templates, go yes. And then for the inside bit, because I did this bit here, the Love to Celebrate, and I wanted to line up my stamp and have it fit nicely. So I used my Highland Heather layer with my Pacific Point layer. And then I knew that that was going to be all of the layers that I needed to make my card today. And I just flip them around and they have the measurements for me. I don't want to flip around because then you'll get confused, because everyone's measurements are different depending on whether you use inches with A4 or whether you use metric with A4 or whether you use letter cardstock. It's all going to be different. So as long as you have my template in your country for your cardstock, then you'll just look at the colors and you'll know what measurements I'm talking about. It's pretty exciting. So I'm going to get my beautiful trimmer. We still haven't heard anything about what's happening with the trimmer. So for those of you that do not have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer, we're really sorry. We're sad. But you can definitely get them from any store or anything like that until we hear from Stampin' Up! We haven't heard anything. It's all been very quiet on the trimmer front. So we're excitedly waiting for a brand new product, and I'll be very happy when it comes because I know it's going to be amazing. I totally and utterly trust Stampin' Up! To come up with something amazing. And I also understand that there was probably some issues or stock issues, maybe quality issues. Something has happened for them to not be able to release it with the new catalogue, which I'm sure they're very sad about. In fact, I know they're very sad about it. So I've cut that down to the Mambo. Melon Mambo. What was I saying? Mango Melody. So that's going to be like that, and that's going to be stuck down there. Ooh, looking good. Then we're going to have our two pieces that we're going to stamp on. So I've got a background one in the Highland Heather and then Whisper White in the Pacific Point, which I've already pre-cut. So that's here. And that's going to go, we're doing an ode to Rococo Rose today. We love you, you new Rococo Rose. You are our friend. So that's going to go on top there. And you could totally use a different background, like whatever you want to do, whatever suits you. But you can see here I've gone for quite a bold background because the sentiment is quite light and, yeah, very simple. So let's do some stamping. Yay! So I've got my Whisper White piece here, and where's my beautiful butterfly wishes? There it is. So this is the stamp that I used today. This is a brand new stamp, and it doesn't actually have it written anywhere, I've noticed, but it is very much distinctive stamping. But for some reason, it hasn't mentioned distinctive stamping anywhere. So not sure about that one. So I'll just pop that onto a block, and I'll do the, yeah, I'll do that one as well. But you could totally use some butterflies if you wanted to as well. I don't think I've pulled them all apart yet. I should really pull the whole thing apart. It's just been too busy around here. I haven't even had time to pull my stamps apart. How sad is that? This is a very sad state of affairs. So we'll put it on our blocks and do some stamping. So I've got my Rococo Rose. I'll just stamp that all in. And the best thing about the flowers is it really doesn't matter how you place it. I mean, the only thing you want to be thinking about is where your sentiment's going. So I decided to go to the far right, but just sort of twist it around a little bit for interest. Stamp that on there in the Rococo Rose. And you can use any colour you like with this. This is the cool thing about this card. Look at that. So pretty. And I love that it has the different colours within the same stamp. So the stamp actually does that for you. It takes away some of the colour and makes it look like it's textured and layered, and it did it all for me. It made us look like a professional. It's like I didn't have to do a thing. I didn't have to sort of take off the ink in those spots. Nothing like that. It was all done. And then I'm going to eyeball it, but you could totally use your Stamparatus if you wanted to. Eyeballing in Kylie is a little bit of a risk. I don't know if you're the same, but Kylie and eyeball, not the best combination. Let's just go there. Let's just wing it. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So you could probably even go a little bit further over, but once you've played with it a couple of times, you'll know the best placement. And we're going to stick this down. I personally love Tombow. Tombow is my favourite, although we've been very naughty in this room. We've got 2 Tombows and both of them weren't closed. Both lids were wide open. Naughty Kylie and Jessie. Let's see if I can get some of this ink out. This is when I go Operation Tombow Glue and squeeze it onto some messy old, just to get it going again. There we have it. I mean, it would be better just to put the lid back on. That would be a very clever idea. Ta-da! Look how simple that is. Now, if you wanted to, we'll stick this down actually, because we know that that's all happy to go. And this design, like I was thinking of all sorts of ideas, but this design would be so perfect with our new designer series paper. And if I had more brain power and more time, I probably would have done it, but maybe you'll see it as one of my cards next week. But I thought, how perfect would this be with the new peacock foil? Have that in the background, and then this section here could be the peacock on top. And you could just use the exact same layout. Like, just get your card templates, and you know what those card templates are, and just layer it out, and that could be the exact same layout that you use for the peacock stamp, or the thin dies. I have to use the new term, the new dies. And you could just have this beautiful peacock as the hero with the foil in the background. So watch this space. I might make it this afternoon and post it next week. I've got to get ahead with all my blogging before we go to Greece. I have started packing though. I'm very excited about that. I have pretty much got everything I need for the trip, which I'm very, very happy. I went through all my clothes. I'm like, what's going to fit me? But it's actually a good way this way. It's like, what's going to fit me because it's going to be too big. Isn't that exciting? It's like the first time ever. And then we'll raise that. Now, what you could have done, if you wanted to, is added some beautiful ribbon in the background. Because we've got this gorgeous Rococo Rose ribbon. What else have we got? Oh yes, this beautiful lace trim ribbon. So if you wanted it to be a little bit more like soft, but look at that. How pretty is that? It'd have the exact ribbon in the background. You could create a little bow if you wanted to do a bow. If you wanted to really soften it and just make it, you know, not as harsh. I'm very geometric, but the ribbon really softens it and makes it look textured, and yeah, so it just gives it a completely different look. So that's another idea of what you can do with this card too. So just play around with it. I'd love to see what you come up with. I've kept it very simple today, but you can totally step it up and add new elements to it. But yeah, please tag me if you make it, because it's very simple. The open. That's the OCD in you, Jessica. I've always got my open ink pad just to stress everyone out. Britta's always like, you can close the ink pad now. No, but I like it there just for, you know, it's like, you know, playing with danger. I'm a dangerous woman. I like to live on the edge. Really? You live on the edge? Yes, I leave my ink pad open while I'm creating. No, it's very interesting. If any of you have done a Facebook Live, honestly, it's like a vortex. And if you've ever done one, it's the weirdest thing, because you're creating, you're looking at your TV, you're looking at comments, you're making sure you're looking at the camera, and literally you start losing the plot with certain things. Like if I was, you know, normally creating, I'd just close it straight away and it'd be, but it's like you've got 100 things happening. It's like a waitress, really. Have you ever watched a waitress? They look so calm on the exterior, but in actual fact, they're freaking out on the inside. That's what a Facebook Live is like. So I challenge you all to do a Facebook Live. You'll be unhappy if you make a mess. That's true. You know me. I'll just make it up as I go. I'll just make up a new thing. I'm very good at ad-libbing. So there we go. Look how simple, easy, elegant, gorgeous this card is. Like, amazing, right? So quick and easy. And then on the inside, we can do some stamping. I might use one of these butterflies just so that we can see them in action, because I haven't used one of the butterflies. Let's use a couple of them. I haven't even pulled them apart. Normally I would do the whole stamp set all in one go, but that's literally how busy we have been. Haven't even pulled apart my stamps. Tish, tish, tish. I'll do the rest later. So let's have a look at these, because these look very sweet, and I wonder if they've got texture to them as well. I'm sure they do. Okay, so we've got the stamp. All my blocks are here, all looking happy. I think I'll use this one here. Thank you for your service, little one. You can go over there. Okay, so let's have fun with this beautiful Rococo Rose. Yes, it's back again. So, I think this is a little bit juicy, my Rococo. So, if you're going to use the distinctive stamps, you want to make sure it doesn't have too much ink on it. Do I have my little Coles voucher somewhere here? I did. But it's really good, and that's where my bone folder got very ugly, because I wanted to squish it all down. But what I might do, because it is, I can hear it, it's very squishy. And when it's squishy, I'll just have to use one of my business cards. You didn't see this, do not freak out, but it's one of my business cards. I'm just going to come in and just push it down. Push that ink down. And just sort of, you can start seeing like a little bit of a lighter shade. And then the distinctive stamping, it's so much better when you push that ink in. Because it's a lot clearer. Yeah, that's better. If you hear it going like a disgusting little wet noise, then you need to address that. Look at me, I'm like, I don't want to stamp on my table. So I'll use some small grid paper. It's very handy, this little small grid paper. Oh my goodness. How beautiful is this butterfly? I'm doing it all the way up. Doing it the whole way. But see the difference it's made? Like if I look at this here, it had just a little bit too much ink to it. Like it's not as clear and crisp as it could be. So yeah, definitely you want to make sure it's okay before the ink pad is all clear. Oh, this is so pretty, this butterfly. You know what? You think you don't need any more butterfly stamps until something like this comes out, and then you're like, yeah, I need that butterfly stamp. That is just so pretty. I want to make a card with this now. I want this to be my whole background. Let's just do a background of butterflies just for the fun of it. That can be the inside of our card though. And then let's just do a whole butterfly collage just for fun. And I'll use it for something else. Stick that down. Okay, I've got it over here because I don't want it near the ink pad. I don't want to stress you girls out. I don't want you to think I'm going to have an accident. There we go. I love using Tombow because I can sort of push it over. Ah! Now, let's have fun with this butterfly stamp. I want to have fun with the other ones too. I'm going to test them all out. Wow. I know, this is a beautiful stamp set. I am shocked. I missed a little bit on here though. Or did I? Is that the stamp? Let's have a look. I'll do a turnover. There's always two sides to a piece of cardstock. Maybe I missed a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh my goodness, look at this butterfly. I am in shock. We're just having fun stamping here. I know, right? I know what. I'm really glad that I've got this in my order. How pretty are these butterflies? And this is literally just using the same colour. I feel like I'm in Singapore at the airport in the butterfly pavilion. They're like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stamps. Stampin' Up, you've done it again. You're just so amazing. What you keep coming up with. Yay, next order. Sold to the highest bidder. And look how easy this is. We're just creating our own little background here that can go on a card. Yeah, I like it there. And then we're going to come over here. Ah, so pretty. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Check it out. I'm going to come in with this one. Look at that. Huh. Who would have thought? Good old Butterfly Wishes has taken our breath away. I'm so impressed right now. Wow. I know. It's another need to have. So let's like create a card with it. Why not? Hey, let's just wing it and just create. Literally winging it. We are winging it with wings. Hello little butterflies, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Oh, you wait for your mind to be blown. So we can keep this very, very simple because these are the hero. These butterflies are the hero of their own story. This is the thing with stamping, isn't it? It's like you've got to actually play with it or see it in real life to suddenly realize just how stunning it is. Ah, Knockabilly! We haven't used Knockabilly in a while. Accidental, unintentional shopping. Look at that. And I am just going to come in with this one here. It was a perfect day because of you. Oh, a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. Let's have a look here. I'm just going to use all the same stamp. Love for butterflies. It really is a love affair of butterflies. And I'm not normally a butterfly girl, but these are beautiful. Let's just see how tiny Kylie's backside is. My jeans are actually falling down. I was like, please don't fall down. Please don't fall down when you get up. Too funny. So we can decide. I'm going to do 2 of them and then we can decide because I am going to do some embossing on black. Yes. Yeah, make your own DSP. We're doing our own Love It, Chop It. So I've got some basic black here, some of my scraps. Jessie will be very excited with me. And we will, it's open again. Let's close that. I know, what stamp set is this? Seriously, we totally all missed this in the catalogue. Like, where was it hiding? It is just the most beautiful, beautiful stamp set. Butterfly Wishes. And it just, in the catalogue, it just does not do this justice. Beautiful. I'm in love with it. And we need that one. And I'll do that one. So we'll test out these 2 sentiments and then pick our favourite. See which one looks the best on the card. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Shimmer embossing. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, I just bumped you. I'm so excited. Let's try it. Shimmer embossing. Who thought of that idea? Megan. Clever girl. Let's try it. Yay. So I just need a piece of, I think this should be all right actually. I'll just use my grid paper that I had here before to catch all the bits that fly off. Let's see what it looks like in a sentiment. It might be just good with images, but we shall see, right? The best way to find out is to test it. We're doing a lot of testing today. This is like prototype testing. We're like, do we like it? Do we want it? Let's test. Let's work it out. What do we want in our shopping list today? I am very, very surprised by these butterflies. There's been a few things that I've looked at and I've just gone, I did not even look at that in the catalogue, and yet, so impressed. There was a few of the framelets when I was doing the unboxing a couple of days ago. Oh, this one's a very nice one. Eyeballing. So one, and then we'll do this one down a bit further. And we'll test them both out. See what they look like. I can never get it the right way. Oh yeah, that's it. So just do it down here. Alrighty. Let's see here. Ho 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 ho! Boom. Check out all that glitter. Glittery goodness. I'm very impressed with some of these new things that Stampin' Up! Are bringing out. Like, who thought you could reinvent the wheel with embossing? But you totally can. Just need a little bit more there. It's like flicking, but not flicking too hard. Yeah, that's got it. All right, let's do some embossing. But first, let's put this away. Because we don't want what happened on the Stampin' Up! Video. Embossing on the... Oh my goodness, there's so much glitter in this. It's crazy. I'm going to have glitter all over my face now because of you people. Fred will be like, you're shining bright like a diamond. It's really, really glittery. Should I put a bit on? Do not try this at home. Can you see my glitter? Too fun. Okay, let's emboss the glitter. Oh yeah, it's embossing. I was wondering if it would have the same pop as the usual white. Yes, that video freaked me out too. I showed Jessie. She screamed when she saw all the embossing powder embossed onto the paper. She's like, ah! What did they do that for? Would be fun to do though, a big blob of embossing powder. I was thinking, oh, that's actually quite a good technique. I might have to try that one. Can you colour the glimmer white embossing powder like you can the white embossing powder? Can you colour it? I've never tried colouring it. How do you colour it, Amy? This is news. I'm a bit excited by this news. Do you use the blends? Is that what you use to colour it? Whoa, I don't know if you can see that, but there is definite sparkle through there. Yeah, it's really cool. Good call on the, it is colouring with blends. I'll have to try it. I reckon you would be able to, for sure. All right, let's test these two out. Let's see. I'm going to use snips. Make sure the glitter doesn't come off, yes. So this is like the new craze right now. And I know some of you who are OCD will be very freaked out. But it's actually quite liberating to not have to have everything perfectly straight. It really is. You literally just chop it. And it's really quick and easy. And you're forgiven if it's off angle because it's kind of the look you're going for. Is there anyone freaking out? Is anyone like, oh my goodness, she's chopping it. Look how quick and easy that is. And seriously, they're amazing. So much easier than trying to line up and get it perfect. Look at this. I want it a little bit less bowed though. That's got a little bit of bowing there. We don't want a 747 here. that little bit there. Gotcha. Oh, look at this. I know, the shimmer's amazing. I think I'm going with this one. And I think we're going to do it down in that corner. Yeah, that's where I'm vibing it. And just like super simple, but maybe what we can do just to bring in the black is maybe do it on the black background. I think that would look really good. Let's see, make sure this is the right size. Oh, what do we think? Actually, you know what? I think it needs to go on here, but I'm going to have a little strip of the black in the background. Wow. Don't you love just creating with me? I'm just making it up as I go. So I'll do the usual size of our Poppy Parade. And there. And then we'll do this in the Melon Mambo size. So there. And there. I used white, but you totally could do this on vanilla and it would look gorgeous. Okay. Yes, I think this is the winner because that'll just bring in a little bit of the black. And then we can pop that there. Ta-da! Check that out. Who would have thought that that stamp set is just so gorgeous? That's a definite wish list item. See, no one will even know that we were here. We're covering up those pretty little butterflies. They're going to go in cocoon. Hello. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I love just that really thin, this is where the Tombow is awesome, really tiny little border there that just carries those little butterflies and says, frame me because I'm the hero. Layers really do change a card, and you totally fine even without it, but it's just a nice little addition. It's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And how simple and easy was that? And then we'll put our little sentiment raised, of course, because we love to do our dimensionals. Dimensionals and us are friends. It's so nice having that added texture. Yes. He's still coughing, Angie. He's still not well. So I made some soup this week. We had some nice cauliflower and bacon soup, and he even made Chinese corn, like creamed corn soup. We had lots of yummy soups this week, and he's still coughing a bit. Poor guy. It's all just too much. Too much happening. Yes. That's where we're putting it. Ta-da! Even I'm in shock with this stamp set. I am suitably impressed with this. And again, another very, very simple card. I can totally see you all doing this with lots of different images, not just the butterfly. You could do this with all sorts of different things. But of course, we need to do the inside. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying Fridays. And we need our Rococo Rose. Rococo Rose is getting a really good look in here. It's getting a big highlight. So pretty. Those butterflies are so pretty. They're even better in real life. I know you're watching it now on the video, but it's like you have to see them in the flesh because they blow your mind. It's like I'm looking at real butterflies. Just simple. And then that's going to go on the inside. And of course, you can do the same thing with your envelope. No nudie runs. Oh, hide your nakedness, you nudie Rudy. There we go. And we'll line that up. Beautiful. Oh, yay! I'm glad we got to create another card together. That was fun. It tested my card making abilities live. Just make up a card as we go. But that's the beautiful thing about when you have like a template or an idea of where you're going, and even the sizing, like having the card templates, it just helps so much putting together a card, because you can literally use this for any other card, like any other stamp set if you wanted to. Maybe go out and back in again, Luann. It all looks good this end. Hopefully no one else has got glitchy. But yes, it's very, very exciting. So let me give you an update on a few other things as well, but I'll just hold up these cards. I can't believe we made 2 cards together today. And it's only just on an hour. And I can't believe I've cleaned my stamps. What's going on in the world? Is it a full moon? Oh, 4 a.m. Oof. All the best, Jacqueline. I'm glad I'm not you having to wake up at 4. I woke up at 10 o'clock today. 10 a.m. Oh, sorry to hear you're not well, Anne. So, now that they're all happy and cleaned, I can put them back when we finish. But I wanted to show you, because some of you may not realise, but I've got the amazing paper club happening. Yes, $5. They're a tutorial, Belinda. I've got a little link below, and I'll pop it up above. And if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be below. Isn't it weird? Facebook's above, YouTube's below. But yes, you have to make sure you get the right size for your country. So if you're in USA and Canada, then make sure you're getting the letter size. And if you're in Australia, then you make sure you get A4. I'll just pop it up again here. Card temp. There we go. There's the link there. So you can get the card templates. And it will help you a lot. And you'll keep getting all the updates. So I'm looking at these, and there's a few little extra ones that I want to add in. A few of these ones, but just a little bit smaller. For smaller, yeah, so there'll be more add-ins, and you get all the updates as well. Yeah, they're really good. And even today I went to get my templates, and I'm like, where have I put them? And then I thought, I'll just ask Bruno, and he had them. So it's kind of cool. He's like using them all the time, even when he's writing out the blog posts and things like that. Really handy, because you just straight away you know what measurements you've used. And you can say what color template you use, so it's very handy. Now, the other thing that's happening at the moment, and we've already done one lot of this club, but we are opening it again because we feel that a lot of you missed out, because we had a Love It Chop It retired club, but we now have the Love It Chop It new paper club. So I have done pretty much 1/4 of all of the packs of paper, except for the foil. That is half a pack of paper. And it's a huge amount of paper that you can get all in one go. But it's over 2 months. So that just makes it a little bit more affordable. Rather than grabbing everything all at once, you can get all of these gorgeous new papers. And I'm telling you, Stampin' Up's new papers are absolutely stunning. So if you want to have a look at the Love It Chop It Club, so I think that's that one there, yes. So have a look at the Love It Chop It Club, because we are opening it again, but it's only going to be a short time because we're heading off to Greece. So we've only got a couple of weeks before we go. So if you want to make sure that you get all the brand new papers, then this is an awesome way to get it, because I've got it in the 12x6 size. And the reason why it's in 12x6 is you're going to get 3 card fronts per sheet, minimum of 3. If you cut it in half again, you'll get 6 per sheet. So there's a lot of awesome ideas that you can use here. Exactly what we have done with our card today, you could just use with designer series paper instead of stamping in the background. So it's perfect if you have something that you need to do in a hurry. When I look at this, oh, hello, it's dropping all over the place. When I look at this beautiful foil paper, it is just unbelievable. So being able to get your hands on this foil paper and getting 2 sheets of each in your share, so you get all this beautiful paper. Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming getting it in the 12x12, so having it in the half packs really helps to get you creating and getting you using the paper. And also it will show you exactly which paper you love and which one you want more of. So it's a really handy way to sort of get a sample of the paper. This one here was amazing. I was really surprised by the pressed petals. It's a little bit thinner and it just has the most beautiful pressed petals. Just be aware that we did chop it in half. You can still use these beautiful designs here, and you can still use the background as well. There's some beautiful notes there, but just be aware of that. But yeah, just gorgeous. The paper is amazing. So check that out. If you live in Australia and you want all of the new papers, then you've pretty much, we probably could keep it open for maybe a week and a half or so, but I will let you know the dates of when we're closing that, so that we get it posted and out to you before we leave for our trip. We don't want you waiting while we're away. The other thing that has come up, which is new, and I'll show you it on the computer. Let's have a look here. Let's show you my screen. So I think it's the, yes, Blends Club. Now, there's been a lot more added with the blends, and that can always be a little bit confusing because you're like, well, what do I need to get? I don't have any blends. So this is a perfect way to collect all of your blends, and you get all 75. We have 75 blends now. Isn't that incredible? So you have a few options. Oh, I said 2 options, but there's actually 3 now. So I'll have to fix that. But it's got all of the colors here, exactly what you get when you join up to the club. And you can choose which club you would like, what's going to suit you. You also get a voucher for joining the club, and that comes at the end of the month. And you just fill out the form. Just tell us what best describes you. And in each one of these colors, all of the colors, it says you have both the dark and the light color blend. So you're going to get 2 of each of these colors, both in dark and light. So that's a really great way to get all of your blends. If you don't have them, then this is perfect for you to collect. If there's some that you already have and you still want to join the club and get some awesome things, well, that's fine. We can swap out the cost of what if you have already got like 4 of them, well, instead of getting those 4, you could get a voucher, or you could use it on something else. So that's no problem whatsoever. We're very flexible when it comes to our clubs, because it's to help you basically collect everything and have all of the goodies that you want. And we also have the same in InkPad Club, and also the same in the markers as well. So if you want to join any of those clubs, I will have all of the details on the links above or below, depending on where you're watching. And if you have any questions about them, please ask. But definitely the paper, that's probably the most urgent at the moment, because there's only going to be about a week and a half that we're going to open this next window of paper before we leave. So I'll put some more details about that on the page as well. So I think that's everything I wanted to show you. I'll just hold up our beautiful cards that we made together today. Here we go. Smile. And we'll post that. It's like I'm matching. Look, I've got my polka dots and my black with my Rococo Rose. I should have done Rococo Rose lipstick. But yes, lovely seeing you all. It's wonderful catching up. Love seeing you all here on my live. Good question about the purple posing. No information as to when that's happening. But my best tip for you right now is to get the blends or the markers in the purple posy so that you're not missing out, so that you've got some purple posy there to use. So just the markers, there's a set of 5 markers that you can get. Oh, and also actually in Colour Club, that is another one that has been going really, really well. And we're going to open that up just for another week or so before we leave for Europe. I'll just show you this one as well, because this was really, really popular. We're so excited that so many of you joined up. Now, the best thing about this in Colour Club is you're going to get like the scallop ribbon in each colour. You're going to get the ink and the ink refill. You're going to get all the colours. The purple posy will be purpose posy. Oh. Who's proofreading these? Purpose. The faceted dots, you're going to get the ink colours, like all of the Stampin' Write markers, the cardstock, and it's actually not buttons, so I have to change that one. It's actually rhinestones, I think it is. Bruno was looking at it the other night. He's like, there are no buttons in the purple posy. It is faceted dots, yes, and the sequins. The sequins are the other things in the ink colours. So you'll get the sequins. So everything that comes in those beautiful new ink colours are going to be available for you. So if you live in Australia, you're welcome to join up to that club. We will need 5 to go ahead with that. So I will keep you up to date as to how we're tracking. We got a perfect number for our first lot of this club. But if you were thinking about getting the ink colours, and there's so many other things we want to collect, that it's a perfect way to sort of break up the cost and get everything you want, but just collect it over a period of time. So the first month is actually everything Rococo Rose, which is the ode to Rococo Rose today. The first month you get everything that comes with Rococo Rose except for the markers, but that comes in month 2. You get all of the markers all in one go, which is great. So it means very early on you have all of the colours and you're set to go very quickly. So yeah, and then everything else after that's kind of like a little bonus, which is nice. So definitely check that out too. I'll pop up all the links for every single club. Yes, sequins. Lynette was onto it. So yes, it was lovely seeing you all. Please check out our clubs if you live in Australia. Demonstrators are welcome to join. However, we don't give discounts, and we always recommend, even if you are a customer as well, just check with your demonstrator that you order through before joining our clubs, because we want to make sure it's fair. It's much nicer if you can go to your direct team leader or to the person that you like regularly order through. Go through them first. If they're not offering it, then just let them know that you'd like to be part of a club. And they might be able to create one for you. So just give them the option before signing up for ours, which would be nice. Look after each other. We don't want to be stealing each other's customers. Not that it's stealing. There's no such thing as stealing. It's like Woolies and Coles. We all have an option. Sometimes I go to Woolies. Sometimes I go to Coles. It doesn't mean I don't like Woolies. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm ready for Greece. Got my do on. Check out that cute new haircut. So thank you all very, very much. We shall see you next week. I think next week's probably going to be, in fact, are we here next week? What is the date next week? Yes, I think we're here next week. Yes. It's the week after that's our last one. So next week's our last live until we go away to Europe. So we shall see you then for some more fun using brand new products from the annual catalogue. And if you live in Australia and you don't have one of the new catalogues yet, please let me know. I will get this sent out to you. So just message me, let me know. I'll send you the links and show you how you can get your own copy of this beautiful catalogue. And that is it for today. Ciao everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to create with you all. Yay, Jessica! I can't wait. We're going to be hanging out in Rome together. See you everyone. Have a great week.